Hi, my lovely spectators. So, I've been busy. I've been doing other things than shopping on Temu and buying nail polish and makeup that I haven't gotten onto this channel yet. I have been working on stuff digitally as well as stuff in real life. So, I thought I would share what I've been doing, and it's been on Amazon KDP as well as some stuff, or one thing at least, for my Etsy store, because most of the things I will put on Amazon, I also can put on my Etsy shop and also into Teachers Pay Teachers. So, if you don't know what Amazon KDP is, it's Kindle Direct Publishing. You can make all different types of books, low content, coloring books, etc. You can make short story books. You can use AI to help you with the imagery, etc. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And so my first endeavor was to create this journal. And this has a beautiful cover. It's like a soft matte. I've made it into different versions. So there's a soft cover version and a hardcover version. And basically, it is a book where you can journal. So I have an opening page, let your ideas blossom into actions, put your name here. And every page has a spot for a date on the left side and also on the right side. But on the right side, you also get a little quote that would be inspiring. So I just love how I was able to match this up and get that center. It's so beautiful. So the best way to predict the future is to create it. It's the first one. And basically all throughout the book, it's just to journal. And like I said, the left side is no quote. The right side is a quote. Find the beauty in everyday moments. You can inspire that to use that as for inspiration rather, and write something. I know a friend of mine bought it and she was like, oh, she wants to write it. I was like, you know what? We all have our mental health stuff going on. I know that this has helped me tremendously. And, take it to work, use it at lunchtime, and just jot down how you're feeling and what your goals for the rest of the day may be. You can use it however. So really, really beautiful. I was so proud of this, and it just got me like going. So these are 8.5 by 11 basically. And the next thing I started to work on was a baby book. This one was a labor of love, let me tell you. It's also hardcover, it's glossy, and I actually made 3 versions. Well, actually 4. There's a blue version, but that was when I ordered 2. One of them came, something was wrong with the printing, but the other one was for someone. So I don't have the blue one, but in essence it's the same exact layout, but I just colorized them because you have the boy, the girl, then you have gender non-specific, meaning that you don't know what the child is. People are not announcing it. I know big time gender reveals have become something. So the Cradle to College, a keepsake journal. I'm a scrapbooker, a card maker, and this is like stems off of there. There's tons of places to put things. So let me just show you what it is that I have going on here. So they all start with the imagery and like a section. So in this section for the pregnancy journal, there's places for the parent, the mother, father, grandparents, people to write. We suspected we were pregnant, and then they can fill this out just to keep that record and those ideas fresh in their head. The photo spots are there. You can put the photo to cover a little bit of it. So you might lose some of that picture, or you can take a smaller photo and keep some of that imagery. It's all up to the person. So I have like your mother, so that they could put some wishes being for my mom and stuff like that for this pregnancy. And then maybe photos of them pregnant, things of that nature. The father, place to put the first sonogram. So there's a place to hear that. And then some extra photo spots just to inspire the people to take those photos out of your camera and get them on the paper. The big announcement, if people announce it, they may do a gender reveal, they may not. If they don't do a gender reveal, they could put something as to why. Some photos from the event, and then like people are going to think that they were a boy. You could have that discussion even if you're not doing a gender reveal, and just put family photos and stuff like that. So we have how they felt when they found out that it was a girl. So pink, right? The baby shower, again, a copy for the invitation, the pictures of the decorations, pictures of the people who came, the games that were played, the gifts that were received. You have arrived, birth announcement information, a bigger picture of the baby on the day that they were born, a copy of the certificate, maybe a copy of the footprint handprints, or they could actually do it right here, and the date that it was done. Some extra photo shoot moments. And again, these were designed so that they can fit over there and still have that little accent border around it. So there was thought put into that. Special first moments. So we have all of the major milestones that I could think of. You know, the things that we like to document and have as a remembrance. Again, milestone moments, pictures of things. The first time they held a spoon might not be here, but maybe you took a picture of it. So you can add to that. I thought of this little icon here, this page, where as you go and you get the little tick marks on the side of the door. You know, we don't necessarily do that, but I have this door frame, and so when they were born, you know, you could write the length, how tall they were when they were 1 year, all the way up to 18 years old. So this is comprehensive, college, cradle to college. So it's going to go through all of the academic as well. So this is a growing chart. And then in here, we do the first month, second month photo, and then something special that might have happened. So we've got all the months up to 12 months to when they're a year. Sorry, I'm just going to show that, right? And then over here, we have informational chart in terms of teething and then the tooth fairy. So whenever those things drop, you can indicate the dates on this page. You also can do a kind of family tree, so you can put, you know, siblings, uncles, aunts, grandparents, etc. from the maternal side, your mom's side, or from the paternal, the father's side. And then more family members you can just indicate, you know, or those people that are like family because they're the people you choose to be your family. So then space for the grandparent to add photos specifically with the grandparents, other pictures of family members from the mother's side, from the father's side. Then this whole section is like another, like almost half of the book, the school days, because a lot of, once they start up and around, school days is the most important thing. So we have the parents could write down what they have, their hope and wishes for them. It could be, you know, we want you to be a doctor. We want you to, you know, spread your wings and fly. I don't know, anything that they want to write here. And then each of the school grades will have this page. So the name of the school, the first day of the school, what they're most excited for, their age, their height, and their shoe size. You can ask, you know, what do they think their favorite classes are, colors and toys, because this is a pre-kindergarten. And you can have the child sign their name down here so that way you keep that as a memory as well. Photos from that day. So they could even fill this out, hold the book up, take the picture, and include that picture here. And then I decided to add like a little calendar space that can be filled out, so I can put whatever month your school starts. We're in New York, so we start in September, and then I can date it. And then on the days that are a big deal, because you're not going to fill all these dates out like necessarily with anything. You're talking about big school events, etc. You can circle, so like parent teachers, and you can write that down. You can, you know, use this however you see fit. So you have for a full school year. And then you have some elements from the school year. They're going to have dances. They're going to have parties. They're going to have science fairs. So just things that you take pictures. And then the last year's that report card for that year. And so that goes on. And it'll change up from kindergarten. The questions that are asked will change up. So, for example, when you get into elementary school. No, it's not elementary. Middle school, I think it is. Elementary asks you the same question, toys and games. When you get into middle school, you're going to be able to, it's a lot of pages because it's, like I said, comprehensive. So elementary is 5th grade, and then in middle school, I believe, is 6th. So then we change it. We still have age, height, shoe size. The same thing here, but then my favorite classes, my favorite movies, clubs and extracurriculars I may like to participate. So what are the things that are interesting them? And then again, still the signature is always there. So we can see that signature grow. Okay, all the way up to high school. So 10th grade, sophomore year. In the high school level, we have most excited for, the same thing on the top here, but favorite classes, favorite books. We're going from hopefully a middle schooler with movies and books to a high schooler who's reading more, and then what their goals are. You know, and again, signature. We see that signature grow. Okay, then once we get out of school, trying to find that section, we're going to go to the graduation. So we have the graduations in one section. So the graduations are pre-kindergarten. We know we always have one. Kindergarten, middle school, elementary, and then high school. So they all have a picture for a photo and then like the program from that ceremony. And then we have other pictures that, you know, parents and family members that can, we're so proud of you just to have it there. Prom pictures, prom stuff. So date of the prom, location, who did you go with, who asked who, and describe the promposal. Photos, other photos that they might have taken, and then off into the world is just like about college. What is their career goal? Which colleges they apply to? The acceptance letter. Then the ending of the book, which is like your mom and whatnot, and your father being able to have some last moments that you're 18, and then in the back, a reflection of my life, because this book is meant for the student, the child, after it's all said and done. So that's the ending of the book. I wrote this and on the back for the students to know that this is meant to be, you know, memories for them to keep. So every single book has very similar. I kept the same cover, even though some people say, oh, that looks like a boy, but you know what? We all have short little hair. So the blue one is basically very similar to this, except for, of course, all the elements are blue. And anything that looked like a girl's photo at the end, like going to college, it's a boy imagery. For the ones that are green and brown, these are for the ones who do not, are not revealing the gender. So very similar, but these have brown tones. To me, this feels more modern. We've got the same big announcements. We've got a lot of wood grains and such. And then the same tree, the same kind of bringing it to school days, etc. So everything has just had a change of the coloring. And so because we don't know if it's a boy or girl, we have a group. So make sure that those little details, so that we're not, you know, offending or laying it one way towards the other. Where's the page where we have the gender reveal? Yeah, so let's see here. Baby shower. I'm sorry, let me just go through to find it. Sonogram. The big announcement. Gender reveal. Maybe they're not going to have that. It's there. They can write down why they didn't want to have it. Then we're still going to have people thinking that it's a boy or a girl. And then healthy baby. Check boy, check boy, check girl. So that page is new for this type of book. So we've got one that is a brown tone, which I think is more modern. But then you got the retro, which is like every time you went to baby shower when I was younger. If you didn't know what it was, you always did it in greens and yellows. So this is the same thing. This is a completely green and yellow themed book. So all of the accents are greens and yellows. And the same things apply here. So this was like my, what do you call it? How do you say? My wow. Like this took me a while. I'm super proud of it. I hope that it will be successful. Okay. So those are the books, I guess, that, you know, I was able to do. And now I have some coloring books that I made. So the first coloring book that I started to go with was this one, Las Flores of Latin America. It's a coloring book about the flowers. So the coloring book includes the flowers of countries and territories in Latin America. National flowers symbolize cultural heritage and natural beauty and are often native to the country or hold significant cultural importance. So I did some research, and as I was going through it, I explained that, you know, there's a lot of repetition in that type of flower. For example, the orchid. but there are different orchids. So it just tells the people to kind of like take a look at the real life picture as you're going through the coloring process. But every page has an image of it. It has the country that it's from. It has the continent, the common name, and the scientific name. So you have this, and every coloring book has this back page where it's clear because you don't want to, you know, mess up another page. I don't know how, you know, if you use markers, how thick this, you know, is going to work out. But let me see. This back page, I would suggest pulling this back page out and using it as a blotter. But anyway, so you've got all these beautiful flowers that are in the different countries, and you can color in the flowers. This one I also put on my Etsy because it's one of those that you could easily print your own version of it. And yeah, so that's on my Etsy, and that's also on my Teachers Pay Teachers, because if you're doing, you know, Hispanic Heritage Month, you can totally do that. Then the next two items were these two. Okay, the first one is another coloring book, Large Ladies Living Large. I am a large woman, and I thought it would be something to put out there to represent us, the bigger women in the world. There's not much going on in terms of text. What I've done was I was able to find different imagery, or create different imagery, and basically the book is Discover a World Where Dreams Know No Size Limits. This unique coloring book features 40 designs showcasing strong, confident women with diverse art styles and intricate details. Each page invites you to color and celebrate the beauty of ambition and self-love. Perfect for anyone who believes that size is just a number and that dreams are limitless. So I'm showing a few of the imagery in here. There's 40 different images. Each one can be colored. And all I did was I found a way to generate certain things, and then I was able to add what I was titling, like, she's a fine artist, she's painting here, the therapist, a baker, so, you know, the mother, a rancher. So this is really just, you know, cute little book for someone who is larger, knows someone who's larger and needs a little, I guess, inspiration. So yeah. Anyway, so this one is also available at Etsy as a printable. So I'm gonna put that away. And this, my last one, was because my partner, he's really into the religious, the book and stuff like that. So I started to look at some of these. So again, 40 designs of Bible verses and imagery in an old world style. And so basically this one has a little more text because it will have some psalms in it and some quotes, and then like Ruth, there's a portion about Ruth. I just, you know, have some things in here, and some of them are just the full-on just pages. So we've got a lot going on here. So we've got the first page, of course, the main guy, and it's again 40 pages, and if anything, you pull the back page out and you use it as a blotter. So this one is also available on my Etsy as a printable version. So yeah, so there we go. Those are the things I've been doing with the Amazon KDP. It's been like super fun. It's been like the whole summer to do, I think, 9 books and stuff. And then I have my other little fascination, which has been using my Cricut and making stickers. So I was able to create, generate some images and make stickers on my Cricut in these powerful, so you may say, well, why are the women African American? I wanted women of color. It generated them to be more African American than just Latino, but we Latinos have colors from the palest to paler than me to dark as let me see. I can't even think of a person that I don't want to offend anybody, but like dark, like this, you know, have a darker skin tone. But we're all beautiful, we're all strong, and that's what I did. I generated these images, and then I affixed messages. Queens fix each other's crowns, so positive, breaking barriers, building futures. trailblazer in her own right, her power, her future. So these stickers are on my Etsy, and they are as a actual thing that I will create, send you. So whatever. But yeah, guys, that's what I've been up to. I just been like crafting. I don't know if you would call this crafting. I think we have that word as being like, it's like poo-poo stuff, or like, makeshift stuff. But creating digitally, creating digital into real life, and it's been a blast, and I'm going to continue to do that. But I figured I would share because I haven't put a video out in like a while, and so I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys some content. So let me know what you think. If you want to see me do any videos on any kind of this stuff, let me know. I'll be glad to share that information with you. And I'll put all the links to all my shops and stuff like that, and all of these items down below. And as I blow up new things, I will share them with you. So thanks for dropping by. Ciao, ciao. Bye.